My name is Tzvi Lebetkin, the Rabbi from another planet. Please like, share, and subscribe, and ring that little bell. Ring the little bell so you're notified when new videos drop. And there's a lot of news about. There's a bit of a newsgasm spurting across the world in many, many warm jisms of pleasure. I didn't think that through before I said it. It just kind of happened. It worked as... I can't tell if it's very unprofessional or just my brand to be really, really amused at my own, my own wibblings. Warblings, I should say. Anyway, yeah, there's a lot of news going on. That's what I'm trying to say. Yeah, okay, I think I got this out now. There's a lot of news going on. Doctor Who news. Specifically, it's kind of a Doctor Who channel. I think that's probably why I'm here. Yes, there's a lot of news going on. Spurting left, right, and center. I can't stop. I'm sorry. I'm trying. Oh, this is what I'm really like. Okay? This is not an act. I'm just a naughty, dirty boy, okay? I'm in my 50s. I still giggle at the same thing. I mean, if somebody says duty, I'm like, I do. I laugh. I do. It's so stupid. Makes you laugh. Anyway, I digress. Hello, my name is Tzvi, the Rabbi from another planet. Please like, share, subscribe, ring the little bell so you're notified when new videos drop. That'll all be very good. There's quite a bit of news. Okay, fine. I finally worked it out. There's quite a bit of news that we have to go over. Quite a bit of news. Something pretty darn interesting. The headline stuff I'm actually finding, well, I don't know, least interesting. The headline stuff is, stuff about season 14 is the least interesting because you know least about it, right? It tells you least what's going on. But it's important to go over. Now, the main stuff, the location filming and the Rusty Davis on Graham Norton, all that stuff is going to be at the end of the video. I'm recording this on Sunday morning, January the 22nd, bright and early, right? I still feel a bit bleary, quite frankly. I did 4 hours of live streams last night, and Saturday's supposed to be my night off. I'm supposed to do none, right? I did literally 4 hours of live streams last night. I don't know how long this stream is going to go on because I'm doing another live stream tonight. So last night I wanted to do my Westworld Season 3 deep dive analysis and review. It took 2 hours. I thought it would take about an hour, and nobody watched it. But it's just me. I like Westworld, okay? I like Westworld. And then I saw Dan Hadley's channel, The Spacebook, was doing a thing about The Last of Us, and I was intrigued to know what other people thought of it. So I wanted to go on that, and that was a very traditional sci-fi journalist on there saying we're in a golden age of TV. That went south, right? That was like, what? Yeah! So go find that. That was a good video. Hopefully Dan will cut that out as a separate video. That was pretty good. Anyway, it's Sunday morning for me. Tonight I'm doing a live stream where I'm going to be covering Rusty Davis on Graham Norton and the location filming. So that's going to be cut out and going to be at the end of this video. If I remember... And I don't know I'm going to, right? I will tell you the timestamp around nowish or where to go to jump to that stuff if that's just what you're interested in. I find these other stories mostly much more interesting, though, right? But I have no idea how long this is going to go for. Well, I guess we'll find out when it's done, really. That's generally the way it goes. Fine! Like, share, subscribe, comment. All those things are good, right? All those things are good. Do you like the description of news as warm jisms of pleasure? Please let me know, right? Please let me know in the comments, because, YouTube likes a bit of commenting, and they like to know that you're there. You're not just a bot. So, please let me know if you like the description. Fine, like, share, subscribe, comment. In the video notes is my Twitter, my Instagram, my Substack. Sign up my Substack, my email newsletter. I'll put a bunch of extra stuff out on that. I'm getting closer to having time to putting exclusive content onto my paid Substack, and when I do, that will be exciting. That will be very exciting for me, because I've been wanting to do that for quite some time. Anyway, I've been trying to ramp up to it since before, Christmas. It's a long time. We were about a month later now. But like, share, subscribe, comment, Substack, comment. Yeah, all those things are good. Fine, let's start looking at the news, right? And again, I find this story... this is one of the least interesting stories. We're going to build up from here. She cried. What does that mean? She's going to build. I don't know. Doctor Who cast Anita Dobson and Michelle Greenidge in the next series. I'm like, well, okay. Didn't really do much for me, this story. Now, don't get me wrong. I liked Anita Dobson in EastEnders, her and Dirty Dan. That was a formative part of my childhood. Although you expect them to look exactly the same, right? And no, she looks like an old lady now, which I find very disturbing because I was reasonably turned on by Angie of the Queen Vic. In general, I did. She was married to Brian May from Queen. They did a song together. They said I've never seen two people look happier to be together than Brian May and Anita Dobson, right? But that's basically what I can. And Michelle Greenidge of Small Axe, no idea who she is, are set to join the cast on next series of Doctor Who. This series will return with new episodes. Oh, really? Really? It's going to return with new... This is comicbook.com. This is, the level of journalism you can have. Oh, it's going to return with new... No, they're going to return with the old episodes. It's so much better. Yeah. We're going to return with, Time in the Rani. Yeah. Time in the Rani followed by Orphan 55. Oh, yeah. Yeah, we want more of that. More of that. I'm sorry to put Time in the Rani in the same breath as Orphan 55, but it's not very good. Which one? Neither. We're up to, in the beginning of November, the pair will be part of the latest refresh of the series, which celebrates the 6th anniversary this year. There is no word on what roles the two will play. They're going to just be people in the background, they're just going to hi, I own a shop. It's like, do you remember, what's his name? There was a guy from, what's that black and white story? The Dominators, right? The slightly pudgy, rebellious young man in The Dominators, I believe turned up in The 11th Hour, Matt Smith's first story, as a, oh, hello, Amy, and that was it! Right, that was it. These are actors who, this is what they do. They get jobs, they go, oh, hello, I'm Anita Dobson, but they'll probably call us a different name. They'll probably take you out of the drama of it. Although Russ Lee Davis, I don't want to tell you your job. You write it the way you think. Chris Chibnall, I'll tell you your job. You don't do it. Do everything the opposite of what you think, Chris Chibnall. Okay, I've just saved your life, right? I made your life a lot better. You're welcome, right? Send checks on to me here at the Rabbi for Another Planet. Fine. I think there's no one who they're going to be playing. Although it's like they're going to arrive with the 15th Doctor, Ncuti Gatwa. Shows up in 2023. Now and then, late in 2023. Between now and then, David Tennant, 14th Doctor, blah, blah, blah. Greenidge started a career in 2009 and had a number of minor roles on television before catching a 4-episode stint on Venus vs. Mars. Never seen it, no idea what it was. She also appeared in 2 thrillers, the Internet series, and the Intent series, I should say. More recently, she appeared in the TV series Mandy, Code 404. Oh, that was one of the things I wanted to watch but never did. And Afterlife. Oh, she was in Afterlife. Okay, now I've seen Afterlife, maybe I'll recognise them. She had minor roles in Cruella and Venom, Let There Be Carnage, before showing up with John Boyega indie hit Small Axe. Okay. The network also shared a publicity stills of the two actors. Yeah, Anita Dobson, man. I mean, hot milfy lady to and now old lady. Don't get me wrong. I don't want to diss Anita Dobson. But a bit of a shock to the system. A bit of a cold shower, like, whoa! Like, when you say Anita Dobson, you're going, oh, yeah, uh-oh. I wasn't expecting that. And so this is, whoever it is, one second. Anita Dobson, what's her name again? Michelle Greenidge. That's Michelle Greenidge. I don't recognise her from Afterlife, right? Dobson, also known as Lady May, must be married to Brian Aid, is a stage and screen actor as well as a musician. She's married to guitarist Brian May and her own top 10 hit in the 80s. I remember that. I thought it was the 90s. Must be the late 80s, where she is well known on stage and screen with numerous acclaim under her belt. So some of the video I saw of her saying, it's incredible the difference you get between a picture and a video. I see this a lot with Millie Gibson because she's got so much personality, right? It just, again, you watch at the end of the video, you'll see the location footage, and there she looks like kind of like a busybody interfering lady, and when I saw her, filming, she seemed like a gregarious entertainer, right? Body language is freaking everything. Same thing with Millie Gibson, right? Millie Gibson, she just looks sexy. I'm sorry, she just exudes sexiness. I know she's 18. She just does still. What the hell do you want at me? Right? The way she moves, the way she just, her confidence is sexy, right? That's not me saying I'm going to try and have sex with her. No! I'm saying objectively, oh, she's quite sexy. Because she is! Weirdos! Right, we're moving on to the next story. I can't anymore. Another fan... Oh, well, no, we got more, eh? Well, let's read a bit more about her. She is well known on stage and screen, numerous acclaimed roles. Nominated for delivering Best Actress in National Theatre production of Frozen. I didn't know they did a production of Frozen. This was not her first foray in the world of Doctor Who, although first time on screen, she previously been in Doctor Who Radio. Blood of the Daleks, that's very good. That's the first Lucy Miller story. It's really good, Blood of the Daleks. It's been ripped off like 20 times over now. Another fan favourite reprising her role in the upcoming series of Doctor Who as a mysterious new character will also join the series. What? Another fan favourite actor who is reprising her role in the upcoming season of Doctor Who and a mysterious new character also joins the series. Gemma Redgrave, Kate Lester-Stewart. Okay, fine. Yeah, we know. There are more people in it. Okay, fine. Very good. They've been doing a bit of location filming, right? Bit of location film. And again, at the end of the video, I keep reiterating this. There's another article from the Mail talking about it. Basically saying Millie Gibson looks very cold. Doctor Who, first look, Millie Gibson transforms into companion Ruby Sunday. Well, no, it's not first look at her. As she resumes filming in season 14 in Bristol. So it looks like, the reason we haven't seen Shooty, he's still filming, what's it called again? Sex Education, right? I think he was seen filming it the other day. So I think he's nearly wrapped with that, and then I think we'll see him charging up and down some corridors. Wouldn't that be lovely? Yeah, wouldn't that be fantastic? Filming for the long-awaited 14th series of Doctor Who. Long-awaited. Man, it's been awaited since 2017. Yeah, it has been long bloody awaited. Resumed on Friday with Millie Gibson seen making her way onto set. I got a sneeze. It's coming. It's coming. Oh my gosh. Oh. That didn't give me any warm chisels of pleasure. Although, I did say it's coming. The former Coronation Street star, 18. And please, can you stop saying she's 18? Can you say 27? Right. Actually, how old am I? I am what? I was born in 71. And what year is this? It's, let's go for 22, because my birthday was in 2022. So it's 81, 91, 2001, 2011, 2021. I'm fit. Oh, I'm only 51. I thought it was 50. Okay, 51 years old. Okay, so that the ultimate age, or the youngest you could conceivably be with is half your age plus 7. That's 32. I hear that. I do hear that. But can you say 27? And she looks older. That'll make me feel less creepy. Okay? I know we're all lying. We all lie about a bunch of stuff all the time, right? Like, how many of you think men can have babies? Now, are you going to say men can't have babies? No. We're happy to lie about it. How many of you think women have penises? Okay. Keep it to yourself. Are you going to say women can't have penises? No. We lie about shit all the time. So can we just say she's 27? That makes my life easier, okay? Is that so much to ask that we can all, on a national level, an international level, just say Millie Gibson's 27? I think that's fair. I think that's fair. No. Okay, 18. Battled the freezing January weather by wrapping up in a heavy padded coat. She continued to work on the BBC show. She didn't look happy. Boy, she does not look happy. Millie will appear alongside Shooty Gatwa in the new season when it hits screens in 2023 after David Tennant reprised his role in a blah, blah, blah. God, leave me alone, Roshi Syndic. I get it. Roshi Syndic just gives me bad vibes permanently, all right? I mean, I'm not happy. Covering up her character costume, no, she was trying to stay warm. Ruby donned an oversized padded coat with a pale blue... God. Yeah, okay, we can see that, right? We can see that. Doctor Who returned, blah, blah, blah. 15 Doctor Shooting Gatwa next year. Action! Former Coronation Street star battled the freezing January weather by wrapping up in a heavy pattern. It's hardly like she's climbing the north face of the Eiger, for God's sake. Yeah, okay, yeah, she's a bit nippy. Her life's about to become insanely good, right? I mean, her life, she's gonna... but... I just got so uptight. I couldn't even speak anymore. She's about to have a lifetime career of success because of this. She can stand a bit of bloody cold, right? She can stand a bit of cold. In October, Whittaker stepped down from a role, or more, booted out. And blah blah blah. Yeah, this is just fluff. This is just fluff. So they go away. This is just fluff. So you can have a picture of Millie Gibson wrapped up warm. Go to the end of the video and we'll see much more Millie Gibson, right? Much more Millie Gibson is good. Now, keeping on talking about companions, let's have a look at this. Jenna Coleman was terrified to do Doctor Who until she met co-star. So co-star would be Matt Smith, right? I assume. Coleman also revealed she had never seen the show before she auditioned. Yeah, that shows. Yeah, that definitely does show. But you know, you're not really the target audience. But yeah, that definitely did show. Jenna Coleman might have instantly won over Doctor Who fans when she first appeared on. No, she didn't actually. I was never that enamored with her. Right? Doctor Who was very, very good at having very authentic, naturalistic companions, especially in the revival era. You had Rose. Rose was a typical stroppy teenager with a typical stroppy teenager boyfriend, Mickey, right? Yeah, very naturalistic. And then I think when she was replaced by Martha, who was a bit older, but I think have that whole family dynamic of like the husbands with a younger woman, all that stuff. I mean, it just made her a much more real naturalistic character. Right, and then after that there was Donna. Donna, very naturalistic, right? She didn't feel like staged or put on. Same thing with Amy and Rory. Well, a little bit with you felt when Kylie Minogue was a bit staged, right? It felt a little bit, yeah. But it was Kylie Minogue, and actually she was a good enough actress, and the writing was strong enough to carry it through that she was playing like a lowly person. Fine, so I'm going to say Kylie Minogue as well. Amy Donna, Amy Rory, I should say. And then Clara felt like an actress acting, right? It felt fake, right? It got a little bit... I think she was best in her third season, although there shouldn't have been a third season for her. But yeah, it was... I just thought she was weak. And then when you had Bill Potts come in, even though she kept mentioning that she was a lesbian and liked having sex with women. Oh, well, in all fairness, I don't say the lesbian bit, but I do like having sex with women. I do mention that a lot. I still thought she was better. Fine, anyway. So I would say we instantly loved her. I didn't anyway. When she first appeared in the cult sci-fi series over a decade ago, but the star has explained why she was initially terrified to do the show. The actress who starred as Clara Oswald for 3 seasons. So, yeah, why? Speaking to the Telegraph, Coleman revealed that she had never seen the show before she auditioned, admitting she was terrified in getting involved with it until I met Matt Smith. Oh, him being a bit dishy didn't hurt, I think. Yeah, although Matt Smith, I think, is generally speaking a very good ambassador for Doctor Who. He was a very good Doctor Who. Coleman went on to talk about her favourite scene, which occurred in the Christmas 2012 special entitled The Snowman. Hottest Clara! Victorian Clara is by far the hottest Clara, right? By far. The Snowman, she saw the star play a Victorian barmaid, and governess, who climbed up the invisible staircase to reach the clouds where the TARDIS awaited. It was like being in a kid's storybook. Yeah, I can tell you haven't seen Doctor Who before. It was kind of cringe, that scene, right? The whole, living on a cloud. It was kind of cringe. I'm sorry. There was something so Alice in Wonderland or Willy Wonka about it, climbing up into a world of imagination. Yeah, and you're saying it like it's a good thing. It really isn't, darling. It really wasn't. I don't know what to tell you. Heaping praise upon showrunner Stephen Moffat, who wrote for the show between 2005 and 2010. She added, He had the most brilliant inventive mind. I think he still does. He writes scenes that are beautifully moving without ever tipping into sentimentality. I actually agree with that. I do agree with that a lot. I think he's a fantastic writer. He continued, although when Peter Capaldi took over the 12th Doctor, they would have an intense sci-fi nerdy conversation in a language I didn't understand. Listen, you're a chick, darling, and you look like a chick, and you felt like a chick, right? I think you pretending not to be, and to understand it wasn't really helpful. Doctor Who will launch back on screen, blah, blah, blah. Sex education, shooting Gatwick, yes, Coronation Street, Ruby Sunday. Blah, 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 blah. But okay, so yeah, she was... I was scared to do the show because I'd never seen it before. If only Jodie Whittaker had a similar amount of fear. But I think that a fundamental difference with... I think, I'm going to say it, good for Jodie Whittaker. She made Jenna Coleman look like a stronger actress. Oh, no, she didn't make her look. Jenna Coleman, it made it apparent that Jenna Coleman was a much stronger and I think more intelligent actress because she was able to convincingly create this role where Jodie Whittaker wasn't, right? And neither of them had really seen Doctor Who before, but like one nailed it and really one didn't, right? This is a nice little story. Doctor Who fans celebrate Tom Baker's 89th birthday with a heartwarming story. Well, I got quite a few heartwarming stories. The fourth Doctor actor remains an absolute fan favourite, and it's easy to see why, because he's so incredibly charming and wonderful. Go and watch my Tom Baker birthday show. I put that out on Friday. The fourth Doctor star and Doctor Who icon Tom Baker turns 89. His fans have been celebrating. Okay, blah blah blah. In an interview with Vortex magazine from 2013, Baker was asked for one of his biggest Doctor Who memory. He responded, "I remember a man stopping me at Oxford once, looking at me with absolute incredulity. Thank you. He couldn't believe it. He said, 'Tom Baker? A man is late 30s.' I said, 'Yes.' He said, 'Tom Baker?' I said, 'Yes.' And then he looked at me and his brain just catapulted back in time. And he said, 'You know, when I was a boy, I was in a home for children.'" Oh, okay. Okay, this has taken a dark turn. I hope Jimmy Savile didn't come and visit. Okay. Ooh. Nobody wanted us, It was terrible. You made Saturday night good. I hear that. Tom Baker reveled in... Tom Baker's Doctor, I think probably Tom Baker. Tom Baker reveled in his differenceness, right? Reveled in his marginalization. And he made you revel in it along with him, right? I totally hear that. And I went to say something to him, and I could see him close to tears, and he couldn't speak. And he shook his head as if to say, "Don't go on, don't remind me," and he just did a thumbs up. It was such a common thing, isn't it? But suddenly, backed up with an expression on his face through the tears, that was a knighthood. It was a knighthood, just thumbs up, meaning it was great, and thanks, it's incredible, isn't it? Just a gesture. So I'm glad they put this out on Big Finish. Big Finish got savaged by toxic fandom. They're releasing the Terror of the Master, which was a 3-disc story, book on tape story by Trevor Baxendale, read by John Coleshaw. It's freaking awesome. It came out on the Masterful as part of the Masterful Deluxe box set, and now they're releasing on its own. So it's only $10, right? It's really good. It's such a strong recommend. However, Trevor Baxendale, who is like a pillar in the Doctor Who fandom, in Doctor Who as a Doctor Who author, as a professional author, right, is an absolute pillar. They don't like him because he's once said that Gareth Roberts was an evil incarnate, and Gareth Roberts isn't. They say Gareth Roberts is evil incarnate because he criticised the Tea part of the LGBTQ alliance by making fun of it, right? Accurately, and he's been, doesn't matter. He's been a lifetime gay activist. He's been one step away from the naughty chancellor of the very, very naughty National Socialism in Germany in the 1930s. Another one said, "Often I think about this quote and just how like the impact of a mere television show can have on someone. I agree. Look, okay. Why does this look the way it does? This is my basement, my office. Why am I surrounded by fantasy and Doctor Who and comic books? It might be connected to when I was a wee child. My mother taking me to Fagin's bookshop, Fagin's children's bookshop, to buy Doctor Who and the Dinosaurs book, where Tom Baker was there, who would sign it in full costume. Oh. It was insane. It was wonderful. It was my brain just exploded. My mother said my eyes were as big as saucers. Like I couldn't believe he took his hat off and put it on me, right? And it's I'm kind of thinking, do you remember Indiana Jones and the Last Crusade? You got that good pre-title sequence where you got young Indy, right? And you see the guy who he models himself on. And he loses in the end, right? And the guy takes his hat and puts it on young Indy. And then young Indy looks up and he's old Indy going up to say, yeah, that's how I felt, right? Tom Baker puts his hat on me. I look down, I look up. This is my life, right? This is how, no, all these things are connected, right? All these things are absolutely connected. Tom Baker is a legend, right? He absolutely is a legend, a legend in English culture. Something that really only England can really produce. It's like well-meaning whimsy, right? Well-meaning whimsy action hero. You don't get that often. The final story we're going to cover today is one that I really am interested in because I like Louise Jameson a lot. Emmerdale star Louise Jameson slams TV world after only being offered old lady roles, which to me is insane, right? To me is insane because it's Louise Jameson is such an incredibly talented actor. Like she's 71. How can I say this without sounding pervy? I probably can't, right? I probably can't. But she's genuinely a very sexual person now, as she always has been. I'm not saying she was like, a nymphomaniac, right? But there are some actors who exude sexuality. I think Gillian Anderson's one, for example. You can probably tell they're clever and inventive and probably quite good at sex, as well as being very, very, very beautiful. But you never have anything with that reflect what people in the 70s like, who are still sexual beings, right? You never ever have, and I'm not saying I want to see some Louise Jameson flesh. No, I want to see her given those sort of roles, that kind of depth, that kind of layering, that kind of texture, because she could absolutely do it. There's a release right now from Big Finish. I've listened to the first disc of it. I don't think I'm getting the second one. It's Torchwood set in the 70s, and it's starring Louise Jameson. And she's playing this super intelligent person. Now, it really wasn't enough to get me to buy the second disc because they weren't able to set up the character authentically enough in just an hour of story time. This is a character who they're trying to establish as being who it is. They needed 4 or 5 episodes to really build up this character, and they just did it too quickly. Also, having somewhat masculine roles that were having women play it is just something done so often in Big Finish and in entertainment. Now, I want to say, Louise Jameson absolutely sells it, right? She's absolutely able to nail it, bring it home. She still doesn't really work because the writing it's not strong. There just wasn't, in my opinion, enough room to make it breathe. So it's not a recommend. But I can see why she leapt at it because it was a layered role that she could get her mind around, right? And I could see her frustration. Again, she's really clever. She's like, you can tell how when she takes apart a script, how clever she is. And be given these things that are beneath her, it's terrible. I think she did a one-woman play. I think that's also on Big Finish. She's very good. So I understand her frustration as well. Emmerdale star Louise Jameson slams TV world after only being offered old lady roles. The 71-year-old who plays Mary Gorskirk in Emmerdale. Again, I would like to see her play a somewhat boozy, horny old lady, right? I think that. I know she doesn't want old lady roles. But that I will find quite interesting. I think she could take an interesting take on that. Recently took on a major storyline in which a character came out as a lesbian in later life. Well, God, that sounds interesting. But everything's... Oh, God, I'm like... Look, as somebody who wasn't really against lesbianism, especially in on screen, never been opposed. I've always enjoyed that episode of Deep Space Nine where Dax meets up with his old wife. However, now she's played by young, very hot Terry Farrell, and they do end up somewhat hooking up. That was a good episode for me. Well, I'm not going to tell you why. But, I needed a lot of tissues, and I wasn't crying, baby. But now, it's only bloody lesbians, right? How can there be so many lesbians? Oh. The 71-year-old plays Mary Goskook in Emmerdale. Recently took a major storyline and came out as a lesbian in later life. The actor is famed for a role in the sci-fi hit Doctor Who, says the rest of the industry doesn't treat old performers with respect. Yeah, that's what I was trying to say reasonably badly, okay? Louise, for a lot of shows, I do self-tapes for Old Lady, right? They don't even give the character a name sometimes, just Old Lady. The self-taken thing is the way auditions are done now. It's a kind of a bummer. There's a lot happening in the 70-plus world. Yeah, look, the world, people live longer, right? 70 now is equal to like 50 30 years ago, right? And the 80-plus world. A friend who couldn't get insurance because of COVID lost a regular role in the TV series. She's healthy. She does Pilates twice a week. She walks. She's as fit as I am, which is so much fitter than I am, right? Just absolutely so much fitter than I am. I did Doctors recently. I did a thing called Doctor, and they went, you have white hair now. We'll put you in a Zimmer in the corner of the room. You think, really? Why? Why are you in a Zimmer in the corner of the room? I don't want to decry the Doctors because it's a show I really like, but I feel that I need these. I need to make these statements. I think you actually do, Louise. I tend to agree with you. Perhaps if I get it in the ear of a storyline when I do a job playing Old Lady, just gently trying to do something from within. I can't imagine she'll have a rough time getting work. Mate, who knows? Louise, who played Leela in Doctor Who from 79 to 78, is still active in the sci-fi hits world and can be heard on Torchwood Audio Venture Double. Yeah, I wish it was better. I really wish it was better. But here, look, hey, why is these pictures of Leela sexy? I mean, other than she's very beautiful, why are these famous pictures of Leela sexy? There's a kind of innocence about them and a kind of sexuality as well, right? I think it comes from a confidence. I think she exudes sexuality. I do. I don't want to tell you. Louise also appears as Rosa DeMarco in EastEnders in the 90s, is excited that her Dell's character, Mary, will explore her sexuality as an older woman. Again, I think that's a good idea, but too many lesbians, baby. Louise says a huge jumping off point. Says another story that isn't told. Well, oftentimes the reason stories aren't told is because most people don't find them interesting. I mean, there is that. Whether you're gay, straight, what's your proclivity at 70? Okay, I want to say I hadn't read this going in, and I feel somewhat vindicated. I was a bit, I never think things through before I always think things through very deeply, but I never plan what I'm going to say, right? And I try to give you an honest, instant reaction, right, of what's going on. So, when I came in there saying, old people are not dealt with as sexual beings, right? And I was like, I don't know, should be going there. Now she just agreed with me, okay? I feel very vindicated. Thank you, Louise. Another reason you're great. Louise Jameson also very, very big behind the War Doctor Begins range on Big Finish. Taught Jonathan Carley how to act basically in an afternoon. It's fantastic. I have a springboard. I spent a lot of time. I spent a lot of time going. I never even kissed a woman. Okay, listen, Louis. Don't hold back for us, darling. Go ahead. What am I going to do? I'm going to live the rest of my life alone. But watch the space. Something is going to materialize. Mary is investigating what she could do to find a life partner. She's exploring the possibilities of it. Yes, I like the idea of older people dating. Right? I think that's a good idea. and I think she'll probably be good at it. And again, if I was going to have a voice to a digital assistant, an AI of some kind, it would be Louise Jameson. It just would. It's very maternal and reassuring and, again, sexy, all at the same time, right? All at the same time. I do understand her chafing against reality. Fine. So somebody who I hope will who's quite young now and will be in the industry many years will not find this problem in 50 plus years. Of course, I'm talking about Millie Gibson. Millie Gibson was seen on set, right? Not on set, on location filming. We have a location report. We have Rusty Davis on Graham Norton that we're going to go over now. Now, I normally say, let me hand over to me from last night, but I can't, right? Because I haven't done it yet last night. Let me hand over to me from last night to you, but from the future to me. Man, wibbly wobbly, timey-wimey. There you go, from Millie Gibson's own fine Instagram account. She's making, I don't know, that she's cooking. Everything makes her sexier. I'm sorry. Like, she makes food too? Really? Man. Can she stop being so hot at everything? Yeah, I'm sorry. But she's got, if you see her spoon, exterminate. Is this an indication the Daleks are joining the season? I don't know. Whatever that is, that ratatouille looks awfully good. So there she is on set. Looked very distraught in the scene. We're going to see the video of her shortly. She looked very, very distraught. Interesting. So this is apparently set around Brixton, which is where the Powell estate was. Right? We have some of the same roads. We think this. I can't remember her name. Whoever it is we think a neighbor of Ruby's mother. And they like chase after her. Do you think that's Anita Dobson? Could be. Right. Something's going on now. Minto Road. We have seen Minto Road before, right? Here we go. From Parting of the Ways. Or should I just show you the clip? No, I'm going to show you this. I don't want to get. Have you tried that new pizza place on Pinto Road? We're in the same area, right? We're in exactly the same area. Do you want me to find the clip? I'll find the clip. Oh, you know what? I can just show it from here. There you go. I already found the clip. By the way, do check out my short. These shorts are doing very well, and the more I'm doing more, I think I'm going to try and do a different strand of them so I can do non-Doctor Who stuff. Doctor Who has been out. Good looking man. About a film again, turning Bristol into Brixton, and eagle-eyed fans have spotted more than one connection to the 2005 series, specifically the character of Mickey Smith. Firstly, we have this picture of a wheelie bin. If in America, it's we think it's the same wheelie bin, right? Again, this was in Bristol, so they're not in Kingston and Chelsea. Called a garbage can. If you're in England, it's called a wheelie bin. Is this the self-same wheelie bin that was an evil Alton wheelie bin that gobbled up? By the way, this is really meta because I'm going to cut this whole segment out and put it into my news video tomorrow. Right, so it's going to have a video of me looking at me. They call me narcissistic, right? They might be right. Leela was delicious at M. Leela was delicious. Mickey Smith. Who knows what very much could be, but a much stronger connection than over here. We have a bit of signage that says we are on Minto Road. Minto Road is not a new road to Doctor Who. Minto Road. Again, this guy knows what he's talking about. Let me tell you. He knows what he's talking about. Road is a road that we've seen before, a hurdle before, in the final episode of the 2005 series, The Parting of the Ways, where Mickey Smith said,
"Have you tried that new pizza place on Minto Road?
Are these..." There you go. We've seen it now. Episodes connected. Time indeed will tell. I shouldn't like my own stuff so much. What's that movie? Devil's Advocate, Keanu Reeves and Al Pacino. Al Pacino is essentially playing the devil, right? And he has this thing in a minute. He says occasionally, pride, my favorite sin, right? And at the end, you see somebody, he makes some prideful, and he's like, pride, my favorite sin. Anyway, so let's have a look. Let's take a look at the non-Millie stuff. This is the some shots addressed on First Steps Architect. Now remember, if they have an architect there and they went to the trouble of doing that, that's a specific plot point. It's there for a reason. They didn't just do it for no reason. It's called First Steps Architect, and you see these homes, these like first-time homes, I think, built up. We have the signage, the Royal Borough of Kingston and Chelsea, W11, Edge Park. And a bit of Anita Dobson action. There you go. Looks so much better there. Like when she's smiling there, she looks like Anita Dobson. In the publicity still they put out, she looked like an old lady. Right there, she looks like Anita Dobson. I like this one. There you go. That's the wheelie bin. Wheelie bin of doom. That's again this actress who they announced, who I don't know, but okay. And then we're gonna get a bit of Millie action, and she's right. We're gonna see the video in a minute, and she's very distraught, right? She's very distraught. There you see her arriving in the taxi, and it must be cold out. There you go. She's very short. Look how little she is. Anyway, here, let's have a look at some video. Doink. Over here. So we'll do this one first. I think the second one is better. Oh, we also got a news report to look at. Hey, she's got a good bit of whack there. You'll see it better in the next one, right? But this next one, I generally felt like, oh no, like she feels bad. I want to be nice. I want to be protected. You'll be the same as well, okay? Look what you watch this. I mean, I guess sobbing is basically a basic soap thing, but she's very good at it. Right. Why is Minnie wearing a shooter's suit? No, she went. That's her out. Well, let's look at the first outfit. Hang on. Over here. Better pictures of her. Oh, over here. Where do we have to go? Oh, you're not wrong. She's wearing a sweater. Yes, right. That is shooting sweater, isn't it? Good call. Okay. Does that mean at some point she's got to take her top off? I mean, look, I'm just talking practical from a script basis. That's fine by me. It's okay. I think I can stand that. Okay, one second. What else we got here? We got some more filming. Now, is that the someone saying she looks like what she looks like? Is that what the actresses are saying, or somebody outside? And that's, again, the actress they announced, whatever her name is. Oh, run away! Ooh, okay. That sounds a bit ominous. Fine. Let's look at them. There's a news report. Doink.
For film and TV crews. But in Bristol and Bath, there are more big
Get rid of that logo.
Count on one hand filming right now. And when social media lit up this morning with rumours that there was a Doctor Who in town, well...
Yeah. Listen, Doctor Who fans have always been tech savvy. We were the first on news groups, right? Mad, do they become a dystopian nightmare? God, I can't imagine wanting to go to Gallifrey Base or Gallifrey 1. Either of them. It's like, ooh, no.
Well, who else? We sent Jules Hyam to find out more.
Well, there is definitely something going on. You don't get lights like that or cameras on cranes for a low-budget student film, or indeed for the news. It's got the photographers interested, but what exactly...
Yeah, there's a lot of money going into this. Is going to look great. I mean, I did think this was going to look fantastic.
Exactly can you see?
Almost nothing.
Yeah.
Yes, that we've noticed. Okay, we've noticed.
Absolutely nothing.
I've seen the setup of it, which is there's about 30 fake bins around the corner. They'll say Kensington and Chelsea or something like that. So I think it's meant to be West London over there.
I think it certainly is. Minto Road, W11. But what exactly is it for?
I mean, there's rumours of like what they're filming, obviously, so...
Doctor Who, baby, it's Doctor Who.
I love the show, so it's all just a little bit exciting because, yeah.
Have you spotted anyone?
Why is she wearing a bloody... Is she wearing a scarf or a mask? Oh, it's a scarf, thank God. I was like, why would you be wearing a mask?
Yeah.
Yeah, it is difficult to see exactly what's going on. Big budget, high profile TV shows like to keep things under wraps, but you do occasionally get the odd glimpse.
Anita Dobson, there you go.
And wasn't Anita Dobson just announced as being in a show that's popular across all of space and time?
Oh, yes.
Well, I have to say, this is actually pretty exciting. They've just finished filming an actual scene. They're now resetting and moving things around for another week. We've been able to hear some of the actors speaking their lines. It's not always like this. And you can see just what a big operation it is, much bigger than me and Anthony here on
I like that he's so excited.
cameras.
And there's been an equally impressive operation in Bath. Bridgerton wrapped its filming there yesterday. So that's two big shows shooting within 2 days in what's meant to be a very quiet time in the production calendar.
We've got about 6 major productions already active in the city, which is, yes, it's a really good start. So, you know,
That's pretty good. Yeah, exactly. That's nothing to cry about.
All signs are showing that it's going to be another really, really healthy year for us, which is just fantastic news.
Well, no big spoilers. It's just a one-day shoot here. But keep an eye out for Frederick Place when it pops up in disguise on BBC One later in the year. Jules Hyam, BBC Points West.
Okay, I do like how excited he is. Isn't that funny? Yeah, I think that's everything, right? I think let's have a look. I think that's all the we went through all the stills, we went through all the video. Yeah, one last look at the Millie in action, and then we'll go on to the next thing. She's lost the doctor. That's what's going on. She's lost the doctor. And let's have a look at her costume again. Hang on. Did I just close that? No. Hang on. I mean, I like she's wearing a tartan skirt with like cause that maintains the same kind of look, right? But does she have a jacket? Does he have his jacket as well? Doesn't look like it. That looks just like a regular jacket, right? Oh, one more piece of news. Yeah, Russell Davis on Instagram, he's always fun on Instagram. This guy, I is Sam, said, big announcement on 23/01/2023. That's tomorrow. Like by Rusty Davis and 13 others. Rusty says, what? Van Hosen says, new Doctor Who composer. I'm calling it now. I hope it's what's his name? I gotta look it up. Doctor Who composer. Who composer? Murray Gold. Oh, thank God for that. I hope it's Murray Gold. Fine. So then the next big bit of news was this. Rusty Davis was on Graham Norton. Where is it? Over here. There you go. Right. So it was about. I went through the whole thing and took out all the segments. That was great, and it's 10 minutes, right? So I even put in his introduction. I like Graham Norton, right? I can't stand Alan Carr. I like Graham Norton. That gives you an idea of my sensibility. He seems very charming. I don't think we agree in the culture war issues. I'm pretty sure we don't agree, but he seems like charming company, and I don't know anything about him. I haven't heard he's terrible. Like he says, I quite like Graham Norton, and the way I just trust Rusty Davis. Look, he seems very, very honest, right? What was that again? What was it that? What was that in the green room? Russell and Graham. Fine, yeah. So it's this is basically his just instructions. So I like him. Oh yeah, so I trust Rusty because you see, it's very, very authentic, and I don't think he's putting it on. Maybe he is, but he seems very, very authentic throughout everything.
Writer and producer of Doctor Who, Queer as Folk, and It's a Sin. Please welcome Russell T Davies. Hello, my love. How are you? Lovely to see you.
Oh, apparently he's on there, right? I like he's got a Doctor Who frock coat on there. I guess you can do that if you're one of the most successful people in.
This, the gentleman, is Russell T Davies, who's our most successful screenwriter in this country.
He is a G.
I do think that's correct, don't you? I mean, there's Jim McCurrow, but I think Russell T Davies is more prolific. And he's much more of a personality. Like, he's always on. They love having him on, right? They love having him on, and having it like, I don't know, a somewhat boozy-looking Helena Bonham Carter draped over him just somehow works. You know, it's just like, I don't know why that mental image is the way it should, but it is. It just works for me.
Yeah.
The most.
Yeah.
Okay, I like his genuine humility. His face turned red. I just think he's a personal good character. I don't know what to tell you. Either that or he's a fabulous actor.
Thank you. Are you familiar with Doctor Who at all?
Yes, of course I am.
Oh, well,
please come and be in Doctor Who.
it.
Please come and be in it. And you.
I love that. Again, his love of Doctor Who is so infectious. Right, it genuinely. I people like that about my channel. That I genuinely like the shit I'm talking about. Right, it's the selling point of it. Like, I'm like that. That I'm really genuinely, in love with this stuff. I think it's very apparent that he is as well. Hello, Pollicott is nuts. You're right.
Could I?
Yeah. Sign them
That
all
was
up.
an audition. Did you hear that? Could I?
Brilliant. You see? That.
No, because you're
be in one of them.
Oh, yes.
That's the famous.
Because you're back in the world of Doctor Who.
I'm back. I love it. I love it so much.
I really do think. I mean, I love the what was the article in Doctor Who magazine when he told Phil Coulson that he fell down, and it's like he just fell on his knees and started crying. Right? I just think they had the greatest time in their life. And everybody's happy to have it back. Really. Paul doesn't like Russell T Davies though. He finds him smug and full of self-importance. I think he genuinely is important. I think he's a very important creative voice, right?
Don't tell me off.
No, I'm not telling you off.
You once interviewed me about Doctor Who, and his eyes glazed over, and he took a deep breath, and then he took this deep sigh, and you went, "That's all very well, but can't you write something real?"
You know, I remember Jonathan Ross did something similar with Mark Gatiss. When he was interviewing League of Gentlemen, Mark Gatiss, it was when Doctor Who was off air, it was before Paul McGann, and he'd just written a BBC novel, I think, Last of the Garradine, for a third Doctor novel. He's like, okay, tell me about your little third Doctor novel. Oh, that was before. It was after McGann and before Eccleston, before Russell T Davies, right? And it's the same thing, but that's probably the same thing happened there.
I'm a guest. Great.
It was the radio. I was relaxed. I was probably hungover. But you've got a new Doctor Who now.
We've got shooting out. We've got David Tennant coming up. Lovely David Tennant, Catherine Tate.
He's just great at marketing this. I'm sorry. You didn't like his last full project? Nah, I liked all his last project. I mean, I thought years and years I felt bad for him because it was like this, this liberal angst, and it's just, again, they were wrong about everything. What do you want me to tell you? They were wrong about everything, and this is pretty, obvious now. But yeah, other than that, It's the Sin I thought was fantastic. I thought it was genuinely fantastic. What was his last full project? Hang on, let's have a look. 1 second. Russell T Davies. Let's go to his Wikipedia. Return to Doctor. Is there a? Come on! I'm just going through his. Okay, so It's a Sin. I didn't see the Very British Scandal. I thought that was fantastic. I thought that was absolutely fantastic. I love that. So I liked It's a Sin. I liked Years and Years, although I felt very bad for him. I liked Very British Scandal. Yeah, no, I didn't see any tofu or cucumber. I was like he's very into writing the gay drama, right? I'm not so into the great gay drama, but God bless him, he's welcome to it, right? I think it'll probably be good. But I thought Very British Scandal was just beautiful. It really genuinely, I thought it was beautiful.
3 specials in November, and then I'll.
Oh, plug. Yeah, David Tennant coming November. Plug.
Brand new Doctor at Christmas, shooting out. Well, who is? Oh, there he is. Absolutely.
Oh, we're looking forward to that. Now, Russell T Davies and Helena Bonham Carter bring us a real.
Okay, so I think that's the entirety of it, right? It's just saying, we got a Christmas episode. We've had rumors this was a countdown beyond countdowns. It's going to be huge. Oh, stand back. Nothing can... I'm like, really? My name's Tzvi Lebetkin, the Rabbi from another planet. Please like, share, and subscribe, and ring that little bell. Ring the little bell so you're notified when new videos drop.